Hi everyone, and welcome to BIM 360 Glue. In this video we'll take a deeper dive into the Clash tool within BIM 360 Glue. To access the Clash tool you need to be in a merged model view, and looking at the toolbar on the left you can find the Clashes button. So let's click on that button and we can find clashes. So to do this, in concept you're comparing one model to another. So in this case, I want to compare the MEP model to the structural model. On the next row, you can give it a tolerance. A pro tip, when I work professionally, I start with a larger tolerance and then work my way in. Find the big conflicts first and then work on the little ones. This is especially true in very complex models where you can get lots of clashes when you have small pipes going through a complicated structure. So I'll start off with a larger tolerance, maybe 8 inches. And I'll give this a name. I'll call this MEP versus structural. And I like to number these so that as I go along in the workflow I can go back to my clashes and understand where I'm at. So I'm going to call this O1 as my first clash. Then I click on Find Clashes. It goes really quick because we're in BIM 360 Glue. It's using the cloud versus our own computer to process that. So very quickly we find the clashes. When it's done, we can see there are 19 clashes, and they're all listed here. The order of magnitude is given, and it's sorted by larger to small. You can see how far the clash is into each other with the distance. So we got from 1 foot 3 inches down to 8-inch clashes. Here's the overview. I've got 19 clashes. I'm going to close that overview to see more of my screen, and I'll click on the first clash. It's going to zoom me in and show me the clash very specifically. So you can see clash number 1 on the left. I've got a rectangular duct which is shown in red, and I've got a W flange which is shown in green, and I can see the clash. The two objects overlap by 1 foot 3 and 1/16 inches. So that's a solid clash that we need to resolve. So I can select that clash and I can notify a team member. I like to notify several clashes at once. So let's scroll down. You can start to see the different clashes here. You don't have to do every single clash. As you can see, Revit gives you some hints. BIM 360 Glue gives you some hints that clash is this entire branch line. So if I fix it over here, it will fix the entire branch line. So I can scroll down and maybe pick a different clash that's part of a different system. So let's scroll down to the end. So this might be that lower branch line. So I'm going to select this one. And just for example's sake, I'll select one in the middle. So I've got 3 clashes. And I'm going to click the Notify button. I can add comments before I do, or email one specifically. But I want to send a big notification off to the MEP engineer. So I'll click Notify. I've got 3 checked. And let's say I'm the MEP engineer, so I'm going to select Send to Reed Johnson. And I will say, these clashes require moving ductwork down the distances indicated in the clash at a minimum, and send. Now your teammate, the mechanical engineer, will get an email. And if they click on the email, they get a link and they'll go right out to the model. They don't even have to have the BIM 360 Glue application. It will take them out online and they can see the clash exactly where it is. If they're working in Revit, they can go right to their application and resolve the clash. And we'll do that in part 2 of this video.